now you ask. Right, mine's not a Barbour. It's a Mole Valley special. And at the moment, it really doesn't need cleaning. Right, however, you start off with a brush. Any old brush. And you give it a good brush to remove mud and stuff. After you've given it a really good brush, you find the damp cloth that I had in my hand a little while ago. Oh yeah, there it is. Damp cloth. Sponge it. I find it's easier if I lay it down on a flat surface. When I'm doing it properly, I actually lay it on my ironing board. Now, you can wash them and put them in the machine, and I do have wash that you can use for that, but I wouldn't use that unless it's really necessary. So, for the most, just give it a good brush, work all over it, get your damp cloth, work your damp cloth all over it, get surface dirt over it. Now, I did have proper Barbour wax, and I could never use it because it stunk, and which it's not the best smell, and it was stiff. And then I remembered it was 35 years old and it probably needed throwing away. And I bought that. I'm not recommending this particular brand, but I find that this stuff is easier to use than actual Barbour wax. I mean, you do have to do it up. And once you've done it, you re-wax it. Obviously, I'm doing this one-handed. You work the wax over every inch of it. And like any other thing, when you're rubbing wax on, you'll also kind of pull off dirt with the wax. This is a cloth that lives in there, but in fact, if you use a series of old rags, as the rags get grubby, which they probably will do, you can bin them. Work wax over all of it with a special attention to places where it leaks. Now, I have in the past, when the places that my waxes always end up leaking is here, because I'm a cyclist and they go down the shoulder. I have been known to rub in lard. Any old wax will do, but it will smell if you use lard. And incidentally, these off-brand waxes don't smell quite as smelly as Barbour wax. But once you've waxed them, it will look really uneven. Put them on a hanger and work over them with a hairdryer, and you will melt and even the wax, and they will look absolutely lovely. And when you do that as well, the fact that you've rubbed lots of wax in will help smooth out some of the creases. Not that difficult, but yes, and it will come up beautifully. If your Barbour is in very good condition, you can send it back to Barbour and they will charge you a lot of money to do it, but be aware that they will not do it if it has got animal products on it, and I have yet to meet a Barbour that doesn't have wee or something on it at some point. I mean, this is a fairly new one. I think I only put it in service last year, and I think this has been peed on about 3 times. Definitely got peed on by a hedgehog. I think it's been peed on by a sheep as well, but yes, I think in fact they come with sheep wee on them.